Welcome to another episode of How Ghetto Can My Turbos Be on My Engine. So, here they are. I made the stands the exact same height, and that one's sitting up about an inch and a half higher, maybe only an inch. I gotta measure it, but it's because I recut this header, and I think it's laying out more because it's a shit ton closer to the fender. I'm gonna have to get I don't know what you call them, the diapers for the hot end, and then the whole exhaust is gonna have to be just the headers, all of it is all getting wrapped. And then I've still gotta make this connection. 90s come off of those back this way, and then yeah, we're kind of there with the turbos. It's I gotta work in the oil feeds, oil returns, which I've already got both spots. I set it up to use this for the oil returns where the fuel pump used to go. I don't know if you can see it down there. My phone's hating looking because there's so much crap. But that'll sit down in there. One turbo will feed in, the other one will feed in. And that's the oil returns. I do got to get a different drill bit. I was real close, but putting two of these in. One for the fuel injection, one for a gauge. I'm just going to put them right on the back side of the adapter I made, which I found out my gas was left on all winter and it's all but empty, so I barely got the tax in worth of crap, but enough to hold it for now. What else? I think I might try to run the exhaust out the back, and don't bitch, because obviously I got a lot of cleaning up to do in here, and these fuel lines cannot sit here, obviously, right? Well, the way I routed those fuel lines, I can get a exhaust tube straight down there. The other side looks like I might be able to get one in too. But these lines are going to have to come over against the chassis rather than go down by the trans and over. Not the end of the world. I can just recut them and put the ends on. And then these, I think what I'll do is this one is going to need a 45 to come this way. And I can join them together and put a 45 up there. And it'll get around it all. It just depends on how the exhaust goes. Or if I had to, it's going to look really ghetto, but I could come along the backside and swing it around. I just know they said I couldn't have the regulator on the firewall. I wonder if I can put the lines there, because if I could just go up and around. I'm going to have to ask somebody. But I made these stands the exact same height, and I wasn't even thinking one turbo might be higher than the other, but it is. It's not the end of the world, and they're definitely sticking out of the hood. So, I mean, I kind of wish that one was a little lower like this one. That way, when we cut the hood, I could put some scallops with tin that just come off the hood and go down to it like a scoop. That way I could make some clip-on, like you remember how the Superbird had the fender extensions for the tires to go in, hitting the corners of the Daytona? You could do something like that would clip on. That way if it rains, the rain will go over it and wouldn't have to worry about it. Yeah. I'm getting there. I don't see me on it too much this week. The diff got put in the other day. I got to fill the diff still, which I bought a whole gallon, but I don't have nothing to put the gallon in to fill the diff. So there's that. I thought I had a couple gear oil containers laying around, which I just fill them up and use it, but I guess I don't. I think I'm going to pull the engine. I'm going to get that pinhole in it. I'm going to put on I'm going to get rid of the dipstick because I'm not dealing with it there. I'm going to put a BB back in the block, and I am going to put an oil level on the side of the oil pan off of air compressor or something. They're rated for like 250 to 350 degrees, so it should be fine. And somebody asked me, well, aren't you worried about the oil getting black and staining it up and you won't see the oil level? If the oil's in here in this engine that long, then we have a problem. It's this. Other than the first race we're going to in Montana with it, it's not going to see mileage like that. It might see Byron, maybe Cordova, maybe Great Lakes Dragway. Those are my tracks. Maybe Earlsville in Iowa. Other than that, the oil, if it starts looking grody, it's coming out. Yeah, So where I'm tapping in to feed them, I think I'm going to do hard lines too. So I got this out right here with the plug. I had to put it in there when I run it, obviously. But I'm going to just put a T on here, and I'm going to run hard lines to both of them. Just up over to that one, just into the turbo, and then this one's just right here. The engine's making 70 PSI hot at idle with that big motion pump down there, so I'm not thinking it's going to get too much lower. Plus, I think the inlet sides of these are restricted. I can't really see down in there. Yeah, see, I'll try to show you. So if you look in there, you see the hole just chokes up for the oil fill, or the pressure side coming in. It's restricted, so it's not going to take as much as people think. This screws me up a little bit because I don't know what fitting this is. If it was an old Ferrell style, it'd be easy, but I don't know if I'd want to run that anyways. I'll probably just run copper lines and make them easy to bend. And then the drains, like I said, they're just going to... The other one's real close, so it's just going to be down into it. This one's just going to come off. Probably come this way, go across the front of the engine and down to it. And that'll be it. It looks like shit, I know. Trust me, I know. It's what I've got. It's going to have to work. It's my bucket list. And me and New Vision Garage were talking this morning, and I told him, it's like, when I got up this morning, I don't know, I have a wild hair up my butt. And I said, I really want the Grand Nash just for a normal driver car. And he kind of wants his Trans Am for the same thing, just a little street brawler. And I want to put the 3800 in here with a TR6060 or a T56. But my big problem is, I'm going to flip the camera back around, and I'm going to stand back as far as I can, and you're going to get the whiff. It just, there's a lot. I got 5 pounds, and it's not even a bag. It's sitting on a colander, and everything's dripping out at this point. It just doesn't fit well, and if I start having problems trying to get stuff out, it's just not going to be fun to deal with. So I think we picked up a 65 GMC truck. New Vision Garage did. He's going to get it running on his YouTube channel. I don't want to spoil the surprise what it has for a power plant. But if you tune into his stuff, you'll see. And then I think you'll like it. Even if it's not a GM power plant, I will say that. He wants to make it a surprise. We're going to make a couple videos, put them together, and let people guess what's in it. I just found a front end from a guy I know. Used to call him a kid, but I think he's in his 30s now. Everybody's a kid to me these days. He was reasonable on the price, so I took it. And I found a hood for free, which was awesome, rust-free. It's all dented up, but you'd have to see the body of the 65 I've got. It's rough, but it's solid. Got a couple small holes in the floor pans. I'm going to be looking for 80s and up C10 3/4 ton K member, and we're going to convert the brakes. And I'm going to put a 3/4 ton axle in the back, a semi-float or a full float, whatever I get my hands on for cheap. I did find a military one online for $300, but I don't have it. And those have old school Detroit lockers in them, which I love. They quit making them because people always thought they were broke because they have to clunk to go in and out. But they work great. I think that's where I'm at with everything. Let me get the turbos on, get the exhaust done, get this little bit I'm telling you here. And then the engine's coming out. I'm going to weld that stuff back up. Hit them pinholes, or that pinhole. And then put the pan back on, seal it. I am not totally determined what color I'm painting the engine yet. I kind of figured it was coming back out, so I hit it with some gold paint on the block. I'm thinking red. Red's usually my color on engines, but I'm not 100%. I'm not big on that blue. That Cadillac board blue bullshit. That's just a nasty color. I'm not a blue guy. I hate blue. Green's my color. If you like blue, more power to you. It's just not my color. Oh, and I might, and I say might, it depends on like how many months out we are from when Byron opens up, when this is done, or when the engine's out. I might pull the heads off, port the ever-living shit out of these Cadco ported heads to raise the ports quite a bit, because when it's out, I'm going to pull the intake anyways and the gaskets are going to show me exactly how much higher the ports on the intake are over the heads. I could put epoxy in the intake ports, but if I'm doing all that, I might as well pull the heads, just get the die grinder out, do what needs to be done, and help these heads flow a little better at the same time. Yeah. And then we're gonna see. I don't know. Anybody want to take bets on how long that I can already say 4L60, the 204R holds up? It's the one that was in the car, and I'm pretty sure it's all billet internals. So it has been sitting forever. So hopefully the piston seals aren't dry rotted, because if it just blows the piston seal, I'll open it up, put new piston seals in. But if I shatter it, I got a Turbo 400 sitting over there, which I really don't want to put in right now, but I will if I've gotta. Oh shit, I still need new. I got brand new front tires on it now, but they're the 2-ply drag, whatever the hell you call them, from Mickey Thompson. They don't do good on the street. They're brand new. I need more of a street tire if we're gonna go 1,200 miles there, 1,200 miles back, and plus drive around the full state of Montana. I don't know. You guys got any questions? Ask me. I'll tell you what I know. I know this looks hillbillyish, but it is what I got, and it's what I know how to do. And like I said, if I decide to race for 2027, this is going in a truck. I need more room. It just physically, wow. If you were here looking at it, you'd understand. I mean, I had to run 4 small fans because I couldn't fit a damn regular fan in there, or even 2 bigger fans side by side. And these are 800 CFMs a piece, and I've had a 1600 what I normally run, so this should work great. And plus it's covering both sides, just not the middle. And we're there. I'll let you get one more look at it just so you can get an idea. My New Vision garage is worried that when we get this on the street, we're not going to see going down the road, but I'll get you a picture. I'll get you a good vision of it at level. So I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. It looks bad when you get down here, when you're under it. But like, let me get level with it. My eyes are level right there. So, I mean, maybe a little bit. I sat in it and I can see over it just fine. And he's got me by 2 inches. So when he's driving it, he'll be able to see over it. It's not going to be an issue, I don't think. I was screwing with him, and when I mocked up the standpipe and I had it sitting way out here and told him we were going to run the turbos way up, and he thought I was being serious for a second. I was like, no, I got to cut everything to fit. So do I raise this tube up, remake this side, cut the welds, make a longer one to match this side? Or do I leave it? I'm probably just going to leave it. Just going to look a little like cockeyed Kate. I don't know if I told you, I think I did in the last video, just taking 2 pipes, cutting them right down the middle, both sides, putting them back together, weld them together around, and then put the ring on, and then I can make everything I need to go to the turbos. Should be fairly straightforward. I was going to run an intercooler, but I'm just so out of room, it ain't funny. The intercooler fit just fine because I had it sitting in there, this old Precision. And I was like, yeah, I'll use it. And then there's just not enough room between pumps and everything on the front of the engine. There's no room. I'm not dealing with it. The other idea we had too, which I don't think I have enough room for, was to put elbows on right here, run it out, and put the turbos right here. But you see the size of the turbo, and then you see the size of the room. You got the tire there. It could be done, but I think it would just be, I was going to hang the turbo kind of upside down. And then the big problem is the drain back of the turbos, because now you're getting the turbo pretty close to the level of the drain on the drain back. I think it would still drain, but I don't want to find out the hard way that it's got nowhere to go when it gets going down my intake either. You know, like, subscribe, share if you want. If not, cool. Have a good week, y'all. It's the weekend now. Get your projects done. Race season's coming. Something else I forgot to show you guys. I had a Holley distributor for an Oldsmobile laying around with the pickup. I've got 2 reluctors laying around here somewhere. I thought they were sitting right here. Where'd they go? Well, they're here somewhere. So I got 2 reluctors, and the pickup. It's going to have to be phased, but one of the guys off the 500 or 472 500 page says he's got one. Pay shipping is here. I don't know that it's going to work. I'm going to try to make the reluctor work in a points distributor. I didn't want to destroy this one because if I can't make it work without having to buy the $480 damn MSD distributor, or the, I don't know if Holley even makes one for the Cadillac, but it needs a magnetic pickup because I want the Holley to run the timing. I'm going to lock it all out and probably do a base. I think it's roughly at 7 degrees right now. I'll get it a little better once the balance and everything's back on and we got it running. And then, yeah, that way I can control the timing for the boost and everything and make it do what I want. Super simple, easy peasy. You know, by the Holley stuff, we'll see what happens. It's all new to me. I do have New Vision Garage. He's better with stuff like that than me. I'm a caveman, obviously. Caveman style turbos, you know, just make it work, right? Yeah. Just thought you guys should know that. Hopefully it works. If it does, I think my big problem is going to be phasing the reluctor versus the distributor shaft. Or not the distributor shaft, but the rotor. Which shouldn't be too big of a deal, but we'll see what happens. If you want a video on it, I could make one, but I'll probably be pretty frustrated while I'm doing it because I know me.